Welcome, everybody. We are so excited to have you here today with Human Leadership Institute. My name is Eileen Grimes. I am the Executive Vice President of Learning and Growth, and so excited to talk to you today about brave human leadership. I am going to pass it over to Jen Kronberger, our amazing founder and Chief Inspiration Officer, who's going to kick us off. Jen, over to you.
Awesome. Welcome. I am so excited about this. I think this has been a long time coming. So we are thrilled to be here with you and to chat through this and talk about this. There'll be some time for some Q&A at the end. Welcome, everyone. So good to see you here. I'm glad you're here. And whether you're joining us live or you're watching the replay, your presence matters. So today I want to share a story, not just about a framework or an institute, but about a movement, a human one. Leadership Institute, or HLI, was born from a deep knowing that in our work, in our families, in our communities, we're hungry for something more real. No more strategy or numbers, but more belonging. More truth, more humanity in how we lead. And it started with a question. What would leadership look like if we led as humans first? And we weren't alone in asking either. We heard it everywhere we were. In the boardrooms, in team offsites, in quiet hallway conversations. Leaders who were tired of holding it all together while feeling disconnected. People who wanted to bring their full selves to the table, not just the polished version that you see on social media. HLI was created to answer that call, to be a home for the kind of leadership the world's longing for, to be a lighthouse, a beacon for those who wanted to find their place on the journey. And that's where brave human leadership came in, not as a buzzword, but as a framework rooted in 5 simple transformative truths. That leadership focused around belonging, resilience, authenticity, vulnerability, and empathy could truly change the world of work as we knew it. It could bring more fulfillment into the everyday lives of the people who wanted a new way of showing up. Brave isn't something you achieve. It's something you practice. It's a way of being in your leadership, your relationships, and your life. It's truly a set of principles and behaviors that lead to a shift in culture. In a world that rewards production over presence, that pushes speed over sustainability, that values certainty over curiosity, we believe that there's a different way, one that honors the human experience, one that leads from courage, not control. Brave human leadership invites you to lead with your whole heart, not just your job title, especially in times that it matters most. And that leads us to this next layer, the human framework for change. Because leadership isn't just about who we are, it's about how we move through change together. If brave is the inner work, human is the outer work. We created the BRAVE, or the human framework, to guide organizations and leaders through meaningful, people-centered transformation. And the human framework is a neuroscience-informed relational approach to navigating the people side of change. It was designed to help leaders, teams, and organizations move through disruption, transformation, and uncertainty with clarity, connection, and care. At its core, human recognizes that change is not just operational, it's emotional, and that each phase of the framework addresses a core human need that must be met for sustainable transformation to occur. Stands for H, honor the human experience. U, uncover what's in the way and align with what's possible. M is mobilize with meaning. A, activate people, practices, and purpose. And the N is normalize what you want to last. And it's not a checklist, it's a rhythm. A way to approach change that starts and ends with people. So this is the work. BRAVE and human together form the heart of what we do. This is about leading differently, not perfectly, but intentionally. with courage, with care, and with humanity. And so we're inviting you today to become a part of this movement. This is more than a program. It's a practice. It's a community. It's a place to come back to yourself and become the kind of leader the world needs today.
All right. So this is for you if you feel a call to lead in a deeper, more human way. If you're ready to deepen your current offerings to create lasting change, not just check a box or follow a trend, but truly invite transformation into the spaces that you serve. So if you're an advisor who wants to build sustainable trust with your clients, not just through who you know, but through how you show up, and with empathy, authenticity, and courage. And if you're not here to maintain the status quo, you're here to help reshape it. You see the cracks in the old ways of working and leading, and you're ready to be part of something more meaningful, more connected, and more alive. The B.R.A.V.E Human Leadership Certification is more than a program. And if your heart just whispered, "This is me," you're in the right place. So B.R.A.V.E Human Leadership isn't a theory, it's a proven people-powered movement. This work helped the grocery chain embed human-centered leadership behaviors across their entire organization, which has been an ongoing partnership for us that's been growing for over 5 years. It supported a hospital through the heart of the COVID crisis, helping them not only lead through the uncertainty, but build a more inclusive, resilient culture that continues to serve staff and patients today. And it's delivered over 7 figures in revenue for the Human Leadership Institute in transformational leadership and culture programs for multiple global tech companies. Because when people feel seen, safe, and supported, results follow. This is what happens when relational leadership isn't a side conversation, it's the way forward. As a B.R.A.V.E Human Leadership Facilitator, you're going to deliver powerful results with a research-informed experience. And you're going to begin with the B.R.A.V.E Human Leadership Index, which is a strengths-based assessment that helps teams see when they're thriving and where they're struggling across the 5 pillars of B.R.A.V.E. And then learn how to debrief those results with them and to bring in that clarity to the conversations that matter. After that, you're going to dive into and guide teams through a half-day B.R.A.V.E Human Leadership Workshop, an energizing interactive experience where they explore what it means to lead relationally with courage and care in real time. And the transformation then deepens in these 60 to 90-minute roundtables, one for each B.R.A.V.E pillar. You're going to lead leaders through to help embody belonging, resilience, authenticity, vulnerability, and empathy through meaningful dialogue and a shared practice. And this is how we scale and embed a more human way of leading, from insight to action and from knowing into becoming. So what are you going to receive? You're not just being certified. You're being equipped to lead this movement. As a B.R.A.V.E Human Leadership Certified Facilitator, you're going to receive comprehensive training in the full B.R.A.V.E methodology, so you deeply understand the theory and how to bring it to life in the rooms with real people. You're going to get exclusive access to facilitation materials, from participant workbooks to assessment tools to train the trainer guides. Everything you need to lead with clarity, confidence, and impact. And you're also going to be surrounded by a community of practitioners, coaches, consultants, and leaders just like you, who are committed to growing together, sharing best practices, and then staying anchored in the work. And then you'll walk away with a certificate that positions you as a leader in relational leadership and workplace transformation, because this is what the future of leadership requires. This isn't just another credential, it's a call to lead, and we're here to walk it with you. So here's your invitation. Join us for 2 powerful, immersive days, May 22nd and 23rd from 10 to 4 p.m. Eastern, where you're not only going to be trained in B.R.A.V.E Human Leadership, you'll embody it. We're going to explore the tools, practice the conversations, and connect with each other, doing this work in their own corners or in your own corners of the real world. And you'll be ready to bring it to spaces where you can lead, guide, and shape. We don't need more transactional leadership. We need more relational leadership. More humans willing to say yes to something deeper, more meaningful, and more transformative. So I'll ask you the question we've been asking throughout this journey. What if this is what you were made for? Are you in? So we're going to go through some FAQs, ground this in the reality, right? Because stepping into a movement like this also means understanding the commitment. So one of the first questions that we hear is, how much time do I need to commit to the certification? Really, it's this core program is in this 2-day intensive designed to really go deep without dragging it out. You're looking at roughly 12 to 14 hours, again, May 22nd and 23rd from 10 to 4 each day. And another big one is, what kind of support will I receive during and after the certification? So we've got you. You'll have access to our private online community, quarterly live Q&A sessions, and a dedicated team to support you because you're not navigating this work alone. Because this is part of a movement, it means being in community. It means being supported, seen, and growing together. And we know that saying yes to this work is also a personal and professional decision. And we want to make it as accessible and aligned as possible for you. So do we have payment plans available? The answer is yes. We're happy to explore those flexible options with you. Just bring it up during your application call, and we'll walk through what's possible. And another question we get is, can my employer sponsor my certification? So this particular certification is designed specifically for independent coaches, consultants, and speakers for bringing this brave human leadership into the world through their own work. So at this time, it's not structured for internal employees seeking employer sponsorships, but we're happy to discuss ways that we can bring this into your organization with a discovery call on our contact page on the website of thehli.com. So that's thehli.com. So what happens when you cross the finish line? One of the most exciting questions that we get is, what do I receive upon my completion? So you'll receive a certificate of completion that formally recognizes your training. And even more importantly, you'll be invited to join our growing membership community and be listed in our upcoming certified provider directory. That means you're part of something bigger, something building. And if you're wondering, do I need a background in coaching or teaching to deliver this program? The answer is no. This program is open to all. Whether you're a seasoned facilitator or someone who leads from lived experience, what matters most is that you lead with heart, courage, and integrity. Because this movement isn't about titles, it's about transformation. And if you're ready, we're ready to meet you right where you are. So let's talk about value, both the kind you can feel and the kind you can measure. One important question that we hear is, what is the typical financial ROI on the certification fees? So certified consultants typically deliver B.R.A.V.E programs priced between $35,000 on the low end and upwards of $400,000 to $500,000 for larger scale engagements. This is high impact, high integrity work, and clients are hungry for it. Another common question we get is, will the training be provided in person or virtual? For this round of certification, we're going to be fully virtual. So you can join us from wherever you are without the need to travel and still experience deep connection, practice, and real-time facilitation. We've designed this program to be accessible, scalable, and powerful, so you can step into this work and start delivering impact right away. Bonuses, because this isn't just a training. It's an invitation to go deeper, and we want to honor your yes. When you enroll in this round of certification, you're going to receive a signed copy of Jen's highly anticipated book, Meet Them Where They Are, a powerful companion to the B.R.A.V.E Human Leadership Framework, filled with stories, practices, and heart. And you're also going to get the exclusive workbook that goes with it. It's full of tools, prompts, and reflections to really help you integrate the work personally and professionally. And then you'll also receive a 30-minute private coaching call so you can get personalized support as you prepare to bring this work into the world with your own voice and why. Because we really believe that equipping you with everything you need to lead this movement with clarity, confidence, and heart. So we're going to move into some Q&A. You've heard the heart of the movement. Now we want to hear from you. What's coming up? What do you need clarity on? Let's open it up and walk through it together. All right. So it looks like we have a couple of questions coming in. So, Jen, from Charlotte, it says, how does the B.R.A.V.E human leadership framework fit into working with different industries or cultures?
That's a great question. How does it fit? It definitely fits. I think that's one of the things that we're most intentional about, that B.R.A.V.E isn't a cookie cutter or one size fits all solution. I want you to think about it as a human first framework, not an industry first one. Because think about what it centers on: belonging, resilience, authenticity, vulnerability, and empathy. This transcends roles, sectors, borders, right? These are human needs, not just organizational strategies. And so, whether you're leading a tech team in California or a healthcare unit in, I don't know, Toronto, a nonprofit somewhere across the pond, it doesn't matter. It could be a school district in a rural community. The challenges may differ from place to place, but the human dynamics are the same. People want to feel seen, supported, and inspired to grow. And so I think what makes B.R.A.V.E adaptable is that it allows each leader and organization to bring their unique cultural lens to it. We don't prescribe how you should lead. We help you discover how to lead in a way that's deeply aligned with who you are, where you are, and the communities you serve. So, in global organizations or cross-cultural teams, B.R.A.V.E becomes a kind of shared language, a foundation for empathy and connectedness, really across any difference. So definitely fits.
Great. So, okay, we have another question from Kyle. So, does a cohort have to be all from the same organization to run this?
Nice.
For example, if I'm running this at a conference workshop.
Love that. Yeah, no, not at all. In fact, some of the most powerful learning that we've seen even can happen when a cohort is made up of leaders from different backgrounds or industries or organizations, like we were talking about. Part of the way that we structured this is so that the B.R.A.V.E certification is designed to be flexible. It works really beautifully within a single organization if the goal is to shift that culture collectively. But we've seen it be equally impactful as kind of an open enrollment experience or a conference workshop where individuals kind of bring their diverse perspectives and challenges to the space. So, you think about a workshop at an event. In a conference setting, they're not linked by their title or company, right? It's their shared commitment to leading with these tenets of B.R.A.V.E. So, it might also give a refreshing, different look, a really deeply human counterpoint to kind of technical and tactical sessions that we've often seen at different conferences, whether it's a technology conference or any of that. I think a lot of times it'll kind of give you an opportunity to dive deep into the human side when everything can feel very skills oriented. So yeah, it can run as a standalone cohort or a breakout at an event, even part of a larger leadership journey within an organization. But again, it's all about meeting people where they are, right? That's our goal here.
Definitely. Yeah. So we have another one also. So from Donna, what kind of marketing or sales support is available to help me position and sell B.R.A.V.E human leadership programs to clients?
Great question. Yeah, that's an important one because you don't just want to get certified and do nothing with this. You want to get certified to be able to share the movement and, quite frankly, increase your revenue. Right? This has been a revenue booster for a lot of people. So look, we got your back on all this. I think that's really important to know that you're not doing this alone. When you're certified in the B.R.A.V.E human leadership methodology, you're not just given a framework and sent on your way. I don't know if you've been a part of those, but I have. It's like, get certified in this, go, good luck, have fun. Truly, we we are building this as a movement. You become a part of that movement, and we support you in spreading that movement, right? Because that's the most important part. So let me give you an example of what support might look like. On day 2 of the certification training, you're going to be equipped with a whole bunch of things. One would be sales enablement tools. So things like clear value proposition and positioning guide to help you communicate the why brave story, right? We want you to be able to do that with clarity and confidence. We also have customizable pitch decks and one pagers that we utilize to present to clients and stakeholders. Also use case examples. We gave you a couple high level, but across different industries and audiences, we have a whole bunch. And then we're going to give you marketing collateral, things like co-branded flyers, visuals, social media assets, things that you're going to be able to utilize to promote your offerings. You'll have access to testimonials, to success stories that show impact, and even some email copies, some outreach templates that we use to spark conversations. And above all of that, I think that one of the most important things is that you'll be given partner support, right? You'll be a partner in this. Ongoing community calls and coaching we plan to hold quarterly to really strategize, right? To take a look at, your client base and how you want to do things effectively. We're also, offering referral and partnership ideas. If you want to collaborate with HLI on a larger scale opportunities, that can all exist. And then, again, we're a website of practitioners to be able to be a part of. So ultimately, really our goal is to empower you, not just to hand this off and wish you luck. We want to make it easy for you to share with the people who need it most. I think that's the key, and we want to be able to do that together. So we're here in it with you the whole way.
I think that is all we have right now for questions. So move to our last slide. Truly, this is more than a program. It's a calling. It's a call to lead in a way that's deeply human, boldly relational, and urgently needed. If you're ready to empower leaders with the tools to create real belonging, if you're ready to inspire growth that goes beyond metrics and reaches into hearts and cultures, if you're ready to bring brave human leadership into the rooms you lead, coach, or consult, then we invite you to take the next step and apply today. Book a call with our team through the QR code below and explore if this certification is right for you. You don't have to have it all figured out. Just bring your curiosity, your courage, and your commitment to something greater. Because leadership is human and the future is brave. Thanks for coming with us today.
Thanks for showing up.